Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am Jen Sugarmeyer, your host of Mindset in the Morning, where we talk all things mindset. We are here live 5 days a week at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, but because it is YouTube, you can watch whenever you would like. And here we talk about life. We get real. We hear mindset and it sounds a little woo-woo. It sounds a little up there in the sky. But the truth is that's how we navigate every single minute of every single day. And whether you can or you can't, you're right. That was said by Henry Ford. And the truth is, whatever you set your mind to, that becomes your reality. And so here on the show, we just talk about just normalizing what is mindset in the context of what our everyday lives look like, because we're dealing with it all the time. And there's this holy trinity of health, which is mind, body, soul. And we know we need to work out and take care of our body. And we know that we need to do things for our spirit and our soul. And maybe that's meditating or some kind of religious affiliation or whatever that may look like for you. But what are we doing for our mind? And just as it's important to work out the body and the soul, we need to take care of the mind as well. So that's what we talk about here on Mindset in the Morning. So if you would, because we want this to reach more people, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we're going to go ahead and get rolling. So today we're talking about getting motivated when you're just not. When you're just not. And let's not kid ourselves. There are days that we just don't feel motivated to go into the office, to get up and do whatever the kids have going on, or hang out with your friends with that thing, or get prepared for Thanksgiving dinner, or whatever it may be. And I say Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving's coming up. If you're watching this live, we are in November 2022, which is absolutely crazy. 2021. Oh my gosh. I just fast forwarded a year. It is November 2021, which is absolutely crazy. This year has blown by, but I guess the good news is that it's not 2022. So there you go. But the truth is there are days that we wake up and we just don't feel like it. We just don't have that motivation. And we want to be that happy, peppy. Oh, I'm such a great, grateful employee. And I should be here for my kids and my family and my friends and myself. And I'm just not. And life can feel really heavy, or you could just feel really tired. Maybe you're drained and you think, gosh, I can't get motivated to get out there. Maybe it's working out. I just don't have the motivation. I'll be honest. I used to always be the one that was like, oh, I have a 6 a.m. flight. Okay, I'll get up at 3 and work out. Like I was always that person that was really extreme. Ever since COVID happened, it's just not the same. It's not the same anymore. I don't have that same, my gym has closed. I'm able to find just more excuses. And not that I'm not working out, but it is absolutely not the same. And there are days where I'm like, ugh, I just don't have that motivation. So how do we get that back? How do we get that spark back when we just feel kind of like we'd rather sit on the couch and maybe not do the thing, whatever the thing may be for you? So we're going to talk about 5 ways to remotivate yourself, or to motivate yourself. Is remotivate a word? I don't even think so. I think I just made it up. 5 ways to motivate yourself when you're just feeling a little blah. All right. First and foremost, sometimes we get so focused on what is it that we don't like about the thing. Maybe it's your job, for example. Oh, I just don't like doing the thing. And we get so focused on that. What if you started to focus on the things that you do like about your job, or the kids' soccer game, or hanging out with your friends, or putting together an event, or whatever it is that you have going on, working out, whatever? What is the thing that you like about it? Where our thoughts go, our energy flows. And when we get fixated on things that we don't like, that is a negative emotion. Oh, I don't like when this happens. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And when you start to tune your mind to what you don't like, it will start to find more reasons. So if you are saying, I don't like this person, let's say this person, for example, your brain is then going to find all those justifications and those reasons why you don't like this person, because their teeth are crooked and they're mean and they're this, they're that, they dress funny, whatever. You're going to find all of these reasons and justifications. I like to use the example of somebody that we're dating. Think about when you first start dating someone, you're like, I like this person, and your brain is tuned to liking that person, and you find all of the reasons why that person is so amazing. Oh, so sweet, so cute, so whatever, hard worker. Yeah. Then things start to go south and you tell yourself, I don't like this person. And then what happens? Maybe even the exact same things that you said that you liked before, all of a sudden you don't like. Oh, that crooked tooth? No, that's not cute. That's awful. Or whatever that may be. Silly example, but you know. So when we tune our brain when we point it in a direction, that's what our brains are then going to find more justifications, more reasons why that is truth. So if you are telling yourself that you don't like something, yeah, your brain will find more reasons. But if you say, all right, I'm going to find the reasons why I like this, and I want to stay in the like space versus the dislike, then that's what your brain is going to find examples and reasons and justifications for. So it's up to you where you want to point your energy. I don't like, or I do. And when you make a move, then the world will start to find reasons and justifications around that. So, first and foremost, if you are not motivated to do something, find the reasons why you like whatever it is that you are looking to do. All right. Secondly, what are you grateful for? Gratitude is like the thing that can change everything. Gratitude is how you find joy in nothing. It's literally, you can have nothing and you can find the joy in the nothing because you're grateful, at least here, that you are alive or whatever, that you're not out in the chaos, that you're in the peace with nothing, whatever it may be. When you start to tune your brain to find what you are thankful for, what you are grateful for the things that you have and that you don't have, and don't have is important as well. Because sometimes we're so fixated on the things that we can look and feel. I'm so grateful for, and I remember this reminds me when I was growing up and and I'd pray at dinner, and I would look up and I'd say, I'm grateful for the spoon and the fork and the plate and my mom and my dad and my sister. And I just go around and I would look at all the things that I could actually see. But how many times do we stop and think about the things that we're grateful for that we don't have? And I don't know what your situation is. Maybe you don't have any debt. Maybe you just worked yourself out of debt. That's amazing. Maybe you have great health and there aren't these health challenges that you're dealing with. Whatever that may be, there are things that you don't have in your life that you can be grateful for. I'm grateful that I don't have the chaos. I'm grateful that I don't have the health challenges. I'm grateful that I don't, and just fill in the blank. So, whatever you're about to step into, that you're going, oh, that thing that you're just trying to get motivated to do, oh, put yourself to gratitude. Maybe it's working out. Here's a good one. I'm just grateful that I can work out, because you know what? Some people want to and they can't. Maybe they've lost their legs. And although they've found other ways to exercise, they don't have the ability to go out and walk or run like you do. So, whatever it is, and sometimes it takes a little bit of creativity. because we get so caught in the tangibles of the things that when we open our eyes, we see the spoon, the fork, the mom, the dad, the sister. And those are the things that we see. But if you sit and get quiet with yourself, you're able to see things that aren't there. So spend some time in gratitude around this thing that you just keep getting challenged with of, oh, I just don't have the motivation to go do that. Third thing, what is the outcome? Focus on the outcome of the thing that you're trying to get motivated. Now, maybe that's the outcome is you run or go to the gym. Maybe the outcome is your paycheck. Maybe the outcome is you make your kids happy. Maybe the outcome is there's so many different outcomes that it could be. So there's a reason for the thing that you are supposed to be doing or that you're trying to motivate yourself to doing. There's a reason. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. And if truly you say there is no reason, well, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. If truly there is no reason, then maybe that is something you should consider. Should you be doing this? It doesn't mean, and let me just put a little asterisk here. It doesn't mean just because you're not motivated to do something, it doesn't mean that you should be doing that. You should also assess, is this something that I should be doing? And if you're looking at the outcome and you're saying, this absolutely makes zero sense in my life, I don't even know where this overlaps and aligns, and the outcome doesn't impact me and that, and then yeah, maybe it's not something you should be doing. And maybe you need to have a conversation with the person or the thing and say, hey, you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this. But if it is, you are just trying to get motivated to work out, yeah, that's something that you should do, because we know that there's that holy trinity of health, and that's mind, body, soul. And we need to take care of our body, because as we age, here's your outcome. As we age, if you don't take care of it, whatever it is, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. We've always heard that. If it's your mind, if it's your body, if it's your soul, if it's your any of that, if there's a skill set that you don't use, you'll lose it. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't pick something back up, but think about, I don't know. I don't know what kind of physical condition you've ever had, but if you've ever been in pretty good shape and you just kind of let it go for a little bit, like, oh, I'm just going to stop, pause for a while. What happens? You don't really keep the abs and the muscles, and they start to go away, because if you aren't working them out, then they settle back to where it was. So we need to be working our bodies and our minds and all of this out, because if we don't, then they're just going to get complacent. It doesn't mean we need to have a six pack when we're 80, but we need to be working out our bodies. We need to work out our mind so that we stay sharp, so that we're able to move and get to the things and do the things and have a healthy life. So if you're looking for motivation in working out, that's why, because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And you don't want to get to a point in your life where you're not able to walk well, or you're not able to get around. I look at my parents and I'm just blown away, because my mom and I will go out on walks and we walk at the same pace. It's absolutely amazing. And it's because that woman wakes up 5 days a week and is very diligent about her workouts. And she hasn't missed a beat. In fact, I think it was her last birthday. She said, I just did my fastest time of her exercise machine. Fastest time. That's literally the oldest she had ever been. And she was doing her fastest time. And she's been doing this for years and years. So it's a testament to why we need to be keeping up with our body. So what is the outcome of whatever it is that you are trying to get motivated to do? What is the outcome that you are looking to have? And focus on that and allow that to motivate you. Fourth, what is the impact What's the impact that it's going to have? Not just the outcome. I'm going to get a paycheck or I'm going to make them happy, but let's dig a little bit deeper. What is the impact? Maybe your job, yes, it is you will get a paycheck, but the impact that you have on that company or the team that you manage is, and go through a list. I found a lot of joy in managing teams because I wanted them to feel valuable. I wanted them to feel special. I wanted to invest in them so that they could look at the options in their life and determine what career path. And I would sit down with them and talk about different options of what careers may or may not look like for them. And I would support them in whichever direction they would want to go. And whether or not that was with my team or not. And I felt a lot of gratification with that. I enjoyed doing that. So that was an impact that I was able to have that was on a much bigger level. Sure, going into work, don't always want to do it. But I know that the outcome is that I will get a paycheck, and the impact I can have is bringing value to these people's lives, helping the company save millions of dollars, having an impact on the business and improving operations or whatever that may be. So yes, what is the outcome? And then what is the impact that you may have in a bigger scale? So the impact of you taking care of your health is maybe you're able to play with your grandkids or your kids or your friends or whatever that may be. That is the bigger impact. And when you're able to play with them, then what? Keep going down the line. Okay, now I can play with my grandkids. What impact does that have? What impact does that then have? And keep going down the line and just see what the impact of your small decision to get up and work out, what ripple effect is that going to have in the world? Because when you drop a rock in the water, it has a ripple effect. What is that ripple effect? What is that impact? All right. And lastly, how good is it going to feel when it's done? Because sometimes these things are just looming over our heads and we're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But then when you're done, you're like, I'm so glad I did that. It's all done. It's all done. I don't have to work out again today. That's why it's good to get the workout done in the morning, because then you don't have to think about it again. My personal preference. I get that from my mom. But how good is it going to feel when it's just done? We can sit here and fight it and say, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But then when it's done, it's done. Now, maybe you have to get up and do it the next day because it's work and you have to, or you don't. I don't know. Maybe it's time for you to retire. I don't know where you're at. But at the end of the day, you're like, good, that's out of the way. I enjoy getting things done early so that I can get out of work early, or that I can be done with my workout early and I don't have to think about it later. That's just my personal preference, because when they're out of the way, then for me, it's like, oh, great, I can enjoy my evening. That's just me. Some people would rather sleep in the morning. They say, Jen, you're so crazy waking up at these crazy hours of the day. But that's what I like. Sometimes I do take a nap though, because I am tired, but I just like waking up early. I like getting things done. I like the feeling when things are done, and that helps get me motivated. So whatever it is that you are trying to move past, those are 5 quick things. So instead of what you don't like, focus what you do like. Find the things that you are grateful for. Focus on what is the outcome. Focus on the impact. And lastly, focus on how good it's going to feel when it's all done and you don't have to worry about it. And it's not that black cloud looming over your head, and you can free yourself and go about the rest of your day or your life or whatever context that may mean for you. So that's it for today. That's how you can get motivated in 5 simple steps, because the truth is, as much as we want to always be motivated, Sometimes we're just not. So those are 5 easy ways that you can apply those to your life. So if you've not yet hit that like, if you've not yet hit that subscribe, please do so now. And if you know somebody that this could be of service to them, if this is a message that they need to hear, why don't you just shoot over the link so that they too can listen to it, because we all rise together. So all ships rise with the tide, and we will. My mom just said no. I'm not sure what no means, but I will see you back here, same time, same place tomorrow.